and welcome to our special feature. Adsync presents Hot Properties, an exclusive showcase of Indian properties. The appetite for home ownership in India is growing steadily, not just across the subcontinent, but within the NRI community that continues to show interest in owning a home back home. And Dubai-based Adsync Advertising plays host to some of the most prestigious property roadshows and exhibitions across the UAE. So to kick off this exclusive showcase of Indian properties and to shed more light on the new age dynamics of the domestic real estate arena, we present to you CEO Middle East Adsync Advertising, Pradeep Pinto.
In the light of current pandemic situation, Indian real estate sector has witnessed significant changes. On one hand, there has been an ease in the lockdown restrictions, while the upcoming festive season will gradually bring back the buyers. There has been ambiguity in the minds of Indian consumers, but the COVID-19 pandemic situation has made people realize the importance of buying their own home. These days, work from home has become a new normal in corporate sectors, so the demand for flexible homes have also increased. On the other hand, the real estate sectors embrace technology as the new catalyst. A mix of stimulus and relief packages announced by the Government of India, reduction in stamp duties and registration charges, GST exemption and low interest rate on home loans, all these have marginally boosted the sector. So what I believe is, to maximize the potential of Indian real estate sector, the time to invest is definitely now.
Recognized as a leading developer in Mumbai's residential real estate market, Kalpataru enjoys an enviable track record today. Having developed nearly 90 projects across the country's financial and commercial capital. With its 50-year legacy, Kalpataru is considered to be among the fastest growing entities in the space, with the knack for incorporating customer needs and wants in all aspects of its design. Between its gated communities and towering townships, Kalpataru has led the charge with respect to developing Thane's real estate landscape in particular, having built Thane's first mall and having created one of its largest integrated parks. We caught up with its president sales, Mukesh Singh, to understand the underlying strategies that are shaping and contributing to the brand's groundbreaking success.
Now, Mumbai's residential real estate landscape has been through its own cycles of boom and bust. How would you describe the current real estate climate, given that we're certainly still in the eye of a pandemic?
People have realized the importance of a good residential property today, and be it first-time buyers or be it people who already own homes. Both have realized that it's time that we upgrade, we go to a development which is even better, because the lockdown has really pulled us where we've been confined to our homes, and the real need of a good house is now visible, and people have realized that. And we see that impact in the sales that are happening for the last 2-3 months we've been seeing post the lockdown. Second, there cannot be a better time to buy than today, for be it for the first time user or for a customer who is already owning a house and we're looking at upgrade. Interest rates are at its all-time lows, probably 15-year lows. I have not seen interest rates as low as the current rate of interest, and you get better because of the lower interest rates. Obviously, your buying capacity increases, your affordability is increasing, you can buy larger spaces, you can look at upgrading from a smaller house to a larger house, you can take loans for a longer period of time. The government has done its bit. The Maharashtra government has reduced the stamp duty from a 6%, we are now at 2%. It cannot be, and for Thana it's about 3%. So that again increases the affordability, and it is the best time to buy. And people are now looking at developments which are more self-sustainable, where there are more open spaces, the house is well ventilated, there is good views, and it has to be conveniences. They are looking at conveniences because they've been confined in their homes and they want everything at arm's length. So yeah, the demand is there, and people will look at more township developments and self-sustainable developments over standalone developments.
Well, building on that, how does Kalpataru go about identifying the most desirable locations for development? And how was the determination made that Thane was the most appropriate location for the Kalpataru Park City and the Kalpataru Paramount properties?
The most important thing first is land. And obviously land is, it's not that you can just build anywhere. So the second most important thing is, along with the land, is the connectivity. The location has to be close to the city, yet very well and very well connected to the city. So there couldn't have been a better place like Thane, where it has the best connectivity in the entire city. If you honestly ask me, 30 to 60 minutes, you can go to Navi Mumbai, you can go to South Bombay, you can go to BKC, you can go to Western suburbs, you can go to Bhiwandi, Kalyan, or if you're a trader, you can also go towards Nasik. So there is not a better connected suburb as Thane. So that is one part. Second, you need good social infra for people to really enjoy a global lifestyle. So obviously, Thane has some of the best social infra: schools, hospitals, mall, retail, leisure, entertainment. Everything is there. So, and obviously beyond all of this, affordability is important. So Thane is also an affordable market. It has the right mix of demographics of people. You have all ages, you have all strata of people over there. You have working class, you have the right mix of working class, traders, business owners, self-employed people. So you have the right mix, and it's affordable also. Plus, for developers, there is great demand. The market is big. I mean, I think in MMR, probably it's the largest market today. So obviously, Thana became a natural choice, due to its superior connectivity, the scale that we could operate on, and the infrastructure that it provides.
From the perspective of a customer, what do you believe makes these properties and these developments ones to watch out for?
When we started, we thought of a global lifestyle or a global living experience coming to Mumbai. So the first part was the land parcel and the location, which we finalized that it should be in Thane. And once we decided in Thane, then we thought that within Thane, why not provide a choice to the consumer? That's how we started thinking of two projects, and we came up with the Park City, which is at Kolshet, and then you have the Paramount, which is at the Thane Bhiwandi Road. So first, it is a very rare thing that for a consumer to get a choice within a location for a reputed A grade developer like ours. So that was the starting point. So we decided of providing a choice. Then we said, okay, now the land is done, the location is done. What next? Then obviously you have to our philosophy, our ethos is to keep the customer and the product at the center of everything. Now, obviously, when you're keeping the customer at the center of everything, you have to develop a product which matches to the expectation of the consumer. To do a product like that, we have four pillars. There are four things that we really look into very, very in detail. So the design detailing that we do, the planning that we do. We obviously do a lot of benchmarking, internal with our own properties, similar properties that we've done in the past, external benchmarking with developments in and around in the city of a similar size and scale, and obviously international benchmarking. So we went ahead and we did some benchmarking, and then we realized that why not look at developing, at the Park City, Central Park. And because we thought of doing a Central Park, then we did some research and we studied the various central parks in the various parts of the world, and we tried and incorporated the best out of them, the best features of those parks in our property. And so the land, then the choice, and you got the central park. Obviously today a consumer is looking at, so where in Bombay other than Thane or other than our properties there do you really get such kind of good nice open space and engaging open space? Generally you can get open space in any if you're next to a Sanjay Gandhi National Park or you're next to a beach, but this is an engaging open space. This is an open space where you can live your life, where you can go and play with your kids, you can go running, you can go jogging, you can go cycling, your parents can go and sit over there. So the design, the planning, then we look at the quality of the homes. We test the steel, the cement blocks that are getting used. Then we look at sustainability. A development is good only not with its features and amenities and the open spaces and the views. It also has to be sustainable. It also has to be energy efficient. It also has to be low on maintenance. It also has to be time proof. So the aging aspect. So Kalpataru developments, generally you will see that the buildings just don't age. So the design, the planning, and these four pillars: quality and sustainability. These are the four pillars on which we did our project.
Kalpatru is, of course, home to nearly 20,000 happy families and counting. So, very curious to understand what you've done to cater to the customer in today's environment, in the new normal, in the scenario that we find ourselves in.
What is it that the customer has missed today the most or realized today the most? He's realized that maybe his home is a little small. Maybe he needed a little more space for working or maybe for his child to study. Now, the schools have also gone online, institutions, colleges have gone online. So that is one part from the space point of view. Second, he's realized that maybe his space lacks a lot of open spaces, a lot of openness, and maybe it is more cramped as a project itself. So that is the second thing that he's realized. Third thing that he's realized that maybe his house has a little less light, a little less ventilation. Fourth, is it convenient? Is it very conveniently located? Does it have all the convenience in and around that place? So I think when we have designed our township, we were already future ready. We did things which are already in place. We looked at light. We looked at light. We looked at ventilation. We looked at open spaces. Our projects have 70% open spaces. So I think we did all of that around so that, and we have spacious apartments. So we have 22 types of apartments. A customer has a choice of choosing from 22 sizes and two locations, obviously, between Paramount and Kalpataru Park City.
Given Kalpatru's legacy in the business, what do you believe are some of the looming trends that have the potential to revolutionize India's real estate landscape going forward?
Clearly, digital is one aspect which is going to revolutionize. We have seen part of it, but I think most of it will go digital. Uh, Contactless experience, we can say, in some sense. So if you look at today, demonstrations are happening. A product is getting presented on digital. The entire tour is happening. Show flat tour is happening. Project tour is happening. Transactions will happen. And I think sooner or later you may see even handovers happening, digitally. So digital is one clear thing which is going to revolutionize. Second, you will see a lot of serious buying happening vis-a-vis earlier days. When there used to be a lot of visitors, but buying was limited to maybe a 4%, 5%. But now I see a lot of serious buyers, serious first-time buyers who've been staying in rented properties, who've realized they need a home of their own. And obviously, people who already own a home, they will look at a lifestyle upgrade. They will look at going and buying into townships with more open spaces, more self-sustainable developments, convenience at arm's length, and all of that. And yes, we cannot deny the work from home and the study from home. We especially need a corner. We especially need a space in our homes where we can work out of. So yeah, these are the, I think, three or four things that we clearly see happening. And yes, but customers are going to look at large developments, self-sustainable developments with reputed developers. People are not going to put their monies behind, unknown developers. People are going to look at delivery track records and going to put their hard-earned monies towards them.
Well, sir, thank you so much for sharing those insights and for taking the time to speak with us this afternoon.
Thank you.
It's time for a short break, but our special feature Adsync presents Hot Properties, an exclusive showcase of Indian properties, continues on the other side. So don't go anywhere. Hello and welcome back to our special feature Adsync presents Hot Properties, an exclusive showcase of Indian properties. Founded 30 years ago, Swamitva has become the go-to developer for over 10,000 happy families pan-India. And to do a deeper dive on the Swamitva growth story, along with the innovative real estate solutions and development projects that truly set it apart, next we're joined by its Managing Director, Mahavir Mehta.
In a real estate landscape that's as competitive and fragmented and crowded as that of Bengaluru's, how challenging is it to build brand loyalty as a developer?
So basically, if you want to have your establishment or brand building in the Bangalore real estate market, it is very important that you should know the legality of the land, because the major challenge in Bangalore real estate is to get a legal titled land. And we were lucky that the basic knowledge of the land reforms which we were doing from last 25 years on the platform of CREDI, we were part of the lot of the land reforms, which has helped us to find out the clear titled land, which has helped us to do this. Secondly, to create a brand for ourselves. While designing the project, we give lot of emphasis on the all age group of the family. and we do a lot of research while designing the project, and we see that we create a wellness real estate project which helps the people.
Tell us more about the Swamitva Infra project pipeline and what are your rollout plans going forward?
Currently, Swamitva is transforming itself into a wellness lifestyle real estate company. We are on the verge of completing 337 apartments Emerald Square project on the Jigney Link Road, and then we are also doing a lot of layout projects where we are building the villa plots. Now in the pipeline we are just about to launch a project of around 197 wellness real estate villas. Also we are developing a 500 apartment project of Manikchand Swamitva in in the heart of HSR. We are also coming up with 110 acres of logistic park in Hoskote, Jangamkote Road.
Given that Swamitva has over 55 flagship projects to its name, in your view, what is the key to developing superior living spaces and how have you attempted to do that with the Emerald Square property in particular?
While planning a project, each age group of families should be taken into consideration. Also, you should think of sustainability of the facilities you create, and with always keeping five elements of the nature in mind. In Emerald Square, while we have a several round of discussion with our architect, VA associate, we kept our eyes on optimizing area and creating a ticket size which is luxurious and affordable. The design, the facilities, the ventilation has been given proper attention. We were lucky to be introduced to our team of architects and do this type of project.
Now, to my knowledge, Swamitva is the only South Indian builder that has a presence in Australia, with two properties now complete. So, how does the real estate landscape down under differ from that of India's, and are there any sort of striking similarities that have come to your attention as well?
See, we are proud to be one of the South Indian company to have presence in Australia, Melbourne. We were lucky to be introduced to Australian real estate by our mentor, Dr. Roy Chand Chenraj, chairman of JGI Jain Group of Institute. The Australian government is the best in the world for the land reforms. For example, if you are working in Melbourne, where my office is there, you have to only deal with the Victoria Planning Authority, that is VDA. So there is no multiple agencies like we have in India, the deputy collector, the assistant collector, the tehsildar, revenue inspector, and so more. So the VDA controls the demand and supply gap required for the, and that much only they will release. And one more important point I would like to make here, that VDA will make sure that whenever you do the project, all the infra is connected to the main line of the system, so that the project becomes livable at once the project is completed. So we have to see a lot of land reforms. I would like to thank government who recently are doing a lot of land reforms, and we want to see more and more reforms so that Karnataka and specifically Bangalore become hub of the real estate of India.
So, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us and for the optimistic outlook that you share on the future of the real estate landscape. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Carla Infra is a leading urban infrastructure development company with over 2 decades of experience developing energy-efficient properties across Goa, Mysuru and Bangalore. And we caught up with its Senior Vice President of Design and Product Development, Sinoj Alexander V, to understand the brand's creative approach to conceptualizing sustainable living spaces and office spaces alike.
Today, Carla Infra is known as the master architect of mega townships across the country. But what do you believe gives it its edge? What distinguishes Carla Infra from the competition?
We are a real estate and infrastructure company with a difference, but what we really do is we look at product development and not just product delivery. And for us, design is a center of our development. We spend a lot of time evaluating various options, and we come up with a product that we believe is from the market. So we are like market to product and not the other way around. We don't do product to the market, which means we have a lot of team members sitting here and doing a real-time feedback. We custom tailor our solutions. That said, our philosophy of being in the space of real estate infrastructure development is to create something which is a large-scale intervention into the urban development of a city. creates a new platform and a new direction for the city and its growth. That's one major area where we focus on. We look at projects which have got a higher order sustainability. We have a 360-degree mapping of our vision and the delivery techniques. We approach the problem from an urban design point of view, and we normally engage in projects which are an alternate location or trying to create new business districts for the city, and therefore trying to achieve decongestion of an otherwise dense urban development in most cities in India. So ours is a 360-degree solution, and that's what we take pride of, and perhaps that is what makes us different from our competition.
Well, tell us about the Carle Town Centre property in particular. Our understanding is that it's a multi-use township based in northern Bangalore that essentially combines retail space, residential space, and office space all in one. What more can you tell us?
Carle Town Centre is a 10 million square feet development over 62 acres of land. And while we are developing this, the concept is to create an integrated township, which encompasses commercial, retail, and residential precincts. The residential is about 2.5 million square feet. The offices, which are basically the special economic zone, is about 5.5 million square feet, and the rest is basically about 3.5 million odd square feet would form part of the retail development. When it comes to retail, it's a tenacious mix of offices, which is the non-SEZ offices, hotel, retail. We've got performance theater. We've got food and beverage offers. The idea is to create a sustainable township which offers a 360-degree wholesome urban living experience for all kinds of occupants and users of the campus.
Well, how eco-friendly and future-ready is the Carle Town Centre property? How would you classify that property across these parameters?
At Carle Town Centre, sustainability has been one of the pillars of our urban design philosophy. And we look at sustainability from a holistic perspective in terms of carbon neutrality, in terms of circular economy. We have stalwarts driving these efforts from our side. We have consultants who are very, very sustainability conscious. We have people who work on the circular economy right across the globe in making carbon neutral footprint out of projects which are otherwise heavy on carbon consumption. Real estate, as you know, is a heavy carbon footprint, and day in, day out, we are making efforts to reduce the carbon footprint through our designs. So what is sustainability for us? I mean, we looked at what is the WHO's recommendation. WHO says that you need to have 9 square meter of open space or lung space for every occupant of a campus. In our project, we have achieved about 11 square meters, which means we are about 20% above the benchmark, which is a great achievement because given the density of the development and the fact that we are looking at developing a project which is within the city limits, in the heart of the city, it's quite difficult for somebody to achieve these numbers. These are tall orders that we've achieved. Apart from that, all our projects, basically the commercial offices, are all USGBC Platinum rated. They're designed for Platinum certification. All our residential projects are IGBC Gold rated. And we targeted for the gold, and we are very proud to say that our current residential project, which is completed, is IGBC Platinum rated, which means all projects within our campus are rated at Platinum, which is again a huge achievement for a campus of this size. If you were to look at how tech ready the campus is, we believe in technology because technology takes away a lot of issues which otherwise most occupants face in these campuses. Apart from that technology, we consider technology is democracy. It is transparency. It is easy access to facilities. It is easy access and easy information on the user side so that they can take a call as to when to visit the town center, what to do when they're in the town center. We kind of make interactions and living in the town center the most efficient by using digital space. So that's what we do when we make our town centers tech ready.
So thank you for sharing those insights and for all that you do to continue to push the envelope in the context of India's incredibly vibrant real estate landscape.
Thank you very much.
Well, that brings our special feature, Adsync presents Hot Properties, an exclusive showcase of Indian properties, to a close. I'm Pooja Jain signing off. We'll see you next time.